welcome to another casted game of Age of Empires 4. Spawning in the color orange, as is tradition at this point in time. I mean, it's been tradition for the last 3 years. It's Core in the color orange, playing as the Holy Roman Empire. On the other hand side, you can't see his name, because his name is pleading face emoji, and Age of Empires doesn't like emojis. We're not quite there yet. Surely the chat would get an update at one point in time that allows us to add emojis in Age of Empires. It's pleading face emoji, also known as 3D cat. I'm actually not sure if cat is still in 3D, as I know Anaton is no longer in 3D. But we know him as 3D cat. I'm going to introduce him as 3D cat, sitting on rank 19 at the moment on the world leaderboard. On the other side, Core, also in the top 50 at the moment. He is sitting on rank 45 at the moment. So two top level players competing against each other here on. This is a relatively tame version of Lipany. So we're not getting like insanely closed off spawns here. This is like a pretty open version of Lipany. Like you can cross past there, you can cross past here, this is open, you can go around there, you can go around that side, this is still open. Yeah, this is a pretty tame version of Lipany here going on right now. Nice, I like it. So yeah, this is Core, we know him, we love him, and this is Cat, 3D Cat. Currently, you can find him as the pleading face emoji on ladder, sitting on rank 19 at the moment. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So we got a double scout opening for Core, and good success, I want to say. Has found a lot of sheep here. We're going to quickly compare the sheep count. So that is 18 sheep at the moment for Core. And it is 7 sheep at the moment for Cat. So yeah, Cat definitely good bit behind when it comes to the sheep count. But when I'm looking at the build here, this does kind of strike me as a potential China Pro Scouts build from Cat. Cat now also aging up. I'm wondering if maybe with the double scout opening, Core might also just try and go for a double for Pro Scout opening of his own. That could be interesting. Nice potential Barbican spot over here. I feel like on a map like this, with the deer spawn like that, you could just also go for Barbican. Get a Barbican, put it up over here, and you'll have all the deer pretty safely. You can lure them in under the Barbican. And you got a nice forward, like, outpost to go as well. But we do see a lot of villagers now going over to wood, so I will assume that this is just going to be a Pro Scout play here. Mill coming up from Core, relatively early on. Still has 3 villagers on gold, has almost enough gold already for Pro Scout. So yeah, this is also Pro Scout build from Core. We can, with relative confidence, call this Pro Scout versus Pro Scout build here now between the two. In a situation where Core is a good bit ahead when it comes to the sheep. So unless Cat is able to take significant sheep gains against Core, he's going to be in a difficult spot. Speaking of difficult spot, putting the house here in the back, that could hurt Cat long game. As you typically don't want to have buildings in the back of your base as China, because you want to start using this space here for granaries. Could put him over here as well, could put him over here as well. But yeah. Of course, so far, we saw him play an insanely close game up against Puppy Paw earlier. A game which, I want to say, just with slightly better execution, would have been a great win from Core. This guy knows how to macro, how to game plan. He is a very, very good player. Never underestimate Core. He takes games off of players like Beastie, Demu, Puppy Paw, Wham, all the top players, you name them. It's a little bit of a recurring meme, Core being like a bad player or Core never wins, but there's a reason why we call him Core W. Because when he wins big time. Pro Scouts already been researched at this point in time. on the side of Cat. Also supervising the stable now for some additional. Ooh, this could be annoying though. Cat with the Pro Scout play. He's killing all the deer here before Core can lure them in. And now Core, he's gonna need units. Core, no, you can't move away. You gotta stay around here. Else Cat is just gonna steal your deer. And we are seeing the barracks coming in. This is the correct choice. I think in this situation, you gotta make units. Because you can't let the opponent player get away with taking all the deer. All of them being clicked over here as well. So Cat, he's gonna have some good food underneath his TC. Stable and barracks have been added in so far. And we see Cat also moving out in order to try and sneak away some of the deer over here from his opponent. At least one deer has been lured over there underneath the Archon by Core. I think maybe now he's just gonna go out with the mill over here. You don't want to give your opponent too much time to potentially take these away. You want to start gathering from them straight away. Maybe even, I think it's probably worth making additional prelate here, just to like boost the villagers up over here as well. Core spots out the scout over here, is probably going to be able to deny that scout from getting away with taking the deer. The deer at least is still going to get robbed, but it's not going to get brought back all the way to the base. Yeah, deer just gets dropped now. Yeah, and that's like one of the big changes that happened to Pro Scouts, is now that the Scouts automatically return, you don't really have to micro with them anymore. It's become a lot more of a better play, because now you have additional APM left over. You just shift-click the Scouts, and after that you're able to just work around the Pro Scouts with the remainder of your units. A lot of Spearmen out already at this point in time. We actually see some men-at-arms coming in as well. Spearman is going to be able to get a kill there on the Scout. Man-at-arms is going to be doing great as frontline there against these spears. But there's already a lot of them out. Pro Scout's just going to keep going on. These deer are still being taken behind all of this. Right now, Men-at-Arm, that's going to be a great front line here against these. One of these Spearmen already really low. Good mic from Core, microing this Spearman back. And now a good age-up time behind this. Considering that Core has already made production buildings, this is a good age-up time now. I still am a big defender of the idea of making additional prelate at this point in time from the TC. He's also getting outposts out here, just going to make it harder for the enemy scouts to try and rip away, like steal any of the deer pretty much. So there's a lot of sheep underneath his TC, and that's just a big benefit of opening up with double scout here at this point in time. Pumba even getting pulled onto the spearman. Yeah, no additional prelate coming in at this point in time. Prelate over here also hasn't been moved out yet. Could get moved out. Like, I think a potential play is as soon as the age up finishes, you garrison the villagers here, put them out over there, wait 1 second for them to get inspired, and then you move the prelate out. Core does move out a little bit earlier, so these villagers, it's going to take a little bit for them to get inspired here at this point in time. And Cat, he's just rallying units right now to the relics, trying to age up himself behind this. He's actually getting Barbican and the age up. That's just the power of the deer here. A very, very strong source of food that just propels you gameplay-wise. With the resources, relic needs to be picked up soon. There we go. Gets picked up now. No inspired units yet. Is this prelate gonna move? Please move just for a second into the Archon. There we go. Perfect. Moves into the Archon. Villagers get inspired. Now you move them out again. The buff still lasts for like 30 seconds. That way you can then start getting the other relics. We're also seeing some knights come out there. Age up now finished for Cat. Doesn't have enough resource quite yet for Monastery. What units do we see? We do have double stable, so knights are gonna be in queue. Knight also coming out from Core. Cat still just trying to shuffle around the relic here. wants to make sure that at least he sees when it gets decapped or captured up. Double spearman over here. Are gonna make taking that relic a little bit difficult. But the knight is distracting these spearmen here, while the men-at-arms now able to start doing damage over there. But the first knight also comes out now for Cat. I've double stable. It's gonna be tough for Core to really take here at this point in time. Another prelate moves out now. One moves out over here. I don't think this relic is gonna make it back in time. Crossbow's now also on the way though for Core. So he is getting a good army composition out. Horseman should be going down here. Will go down. Relic got moved a little bit closer. And this is only one spearman here at this point in time. Wallow comes in. Spearman. Gets converted just at the edge. Nice. This is huge for Core. Able to get that relic in. Now enemy monk tries to get a relic in as well, but double men-at-arms and crossbow is going to be able to deter that from happening. Oh. Core loses the knight, unfortunately. Has a backup knight coming in, though. And more units flooding across the map now behind this. Knights could potentially just try and find any more prelates out there. And 4 relics for Core in a situation where the Chinese haven't had Song Dynasty for quite a while. Like, this Song Dynasty has come in relatively late. All of these deer have yet to be picked up as well from Cat. These deer have all not been picked up as well, so Core is overall not in a bad position at all. 4 relics, that's a great count to have. 4 to run relic count for HRE. I think behind this, Core should be in a comfortable position to potentially look for a Imperial Age with the Palace of Swabia. Swabia, I want to say though, has become a lot more dangerous. A lot more dangerous of a play. Now that trebuchets are actually good in Castle Age to siege, especially against a civilization like the HRE when they go for Fast Imperial Age, Swabia can be dangerous. There is a decent timing now that you can get up against Swabia. Farm's getting put up as well. So Core is going to get a farm transition in. And now scouts should be able, at this point in time, to find these deer over here. Every time these scouts return, that's going to be 1,000 food that Cat is going to have access to. That's quite big. Triple archery ranges now being added in as well. So crossbow spam likely coming in next. Villagers here can now just move on to the berries, which you want to get rid of anyways, since they kind of block your farm spots there. Knights over here do get spotted out. Military from Core does react in time, pulls the villagers just a little bit back, and then he pulls them back over towards gold as well. And Lancers won't be able to achieve anything here. Behind this, we do see an outpost coming up in the middle for Cat, just to be able to get some vision over there as well, static vision that isn't easily deterred. And monks now starting to capture up sacred sets as well. Core, he's got 7 prelates. Where are the prelates at the moment? Where are the prelates at? We're gonna check for the prelates. So we got 5 over here. Ooh, none over here though. One of these prelates should definitely move over there to inspire these villagers in gold. Oh, forward siege workshop. Okay, Cat knows what's up. Cat knows what's up. That this is gonna be like a Fast Imperial Age play. And that the way to play against this is to then go for trebuchets and siege. Mass crossbows, trebuchet siege, and that's the best way that you can deal with Fast Imperial Age at the moment from HRE. It's the reason why you don't have to go 2TC with China against HRE anymore. Oh, Core has to be careful here. Does pull the villagers around in time. Ish, I want to say. Yeah, does pull them away a ton. Gold is running a little bit low over here now. Cat also has just a couple of spearmen over here, giving him vision if any villagers start moving back out there in order to get to stone. We're getting a forward keep. Okay, this is good. Keep at the front. Palace of Swabia in the back, so you know what it's like. Party in the front, party in the back. Also is going to protect this gold. The issue that I see with that is that this also just kind of plays into this trebuchet play from Cat now. Cat, I don't think he's gonna make any farms this game. He's just gonna stick on to berries. Can't really make any farms. He really effectively blocked all of his own like granary spots. Actually, he did go for 2 TC now behind it as well. That's kind of interesting. Not sure how long this has been up. Yeah, he's just gonna go out to the natural remaining resources here on this map. Still picking up these deer. House of Swabia is gonna mean that Core is gonna be able to start catching up. But he's not on gold at all right now. And he really needs to be. Sure, he gets a lot of gold passively from the relics. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. Double Siege Workshop now as well. More villagers getting pulled forward. And we'll probably very soon see the first trebuchet in queue here now. For Cat. Very much would be surprised if that wasn't the case. Yeah, double trebuchet immediately. So Cat, he's gonna be able to start pressuring this keep very, very soon. Cool, what's he gonna do against this? He's now making hand cannons. That's a great way to really make use of your gold without having to invest into upgrades. So I like the play overall. It's just that hand cannons take a long time to produce. A crossbowman takes 33 seconds. Hand cannons take 35 seconds. We're also getting Tithe Barns and Devoutness. So that means that these villagers will build quicker. I'm not sure if it also means that they're going to repair quicker, but at the very least they're going to build quicker. And they're also going to gather up a lot faster. We're seeing a lot of stables now getting added in as well. So Horseman, Hand Cannoneer composition. That's a very late game army composition. 3 trebuchets out now already. At this point in time. Core with Tithe Bonds is at least going to get a slight little trickle of stone in. It's going to need to already like start repairing the keep with at least a couple of villagers just to hold up against 4 trebuchets out. Okay, never mind. This keep isn't going to live for a long time. You now see a Siege Workshop from Core coming in as well. Behind this, triple Sacred Sites have been captured up by Cat, and Cat is also chasing down these crossbows. Crossbows should be able to get away in theory, as they do have more movement speed, but formation shuffling can be kind of weird, especially when chasing. Makes it a little bit tough to fully get away there. Okay, Cat is now up to 5 trebuchets, but he still hasn't realized that he's blocking his own trebuchets with these crossbows. They can't get out. Okay, I think you noticed now. At least these 2 trebuchets are going to move out. This one is also moving out. There we go. He's managed to do it. Alright. Villagers now also starting to repair. Emergency repair is going to have to start coming in soon now. Better get it in sooner rather than later. We might at least then have a chance to get it in twice. Villagers here having a little tussle with some spearmen. Emergency repair now coming in. So he's gonna get a lot of repair in, but is that gonna be enough against 5 trebuchets? I'm not sure about that. Yeah, out of stone right now as well. Might need to do a force drop-off. Can't do that right now though. So that keep is gonna go down. Relic is gonna have to get pulled and put inside of the Regnets instead. At least immediate reaction there. Outpost is gonna go as well. Issue is that now the farms are a little bit exposed here for Core. Still not a single farm at this point in time for Cat, and once again, I said it earlier, I don't think we're gonna see a single farm in this game. We're also getting a good couple of spearmen in at this point in time. Culverin doing a good job against the nest of bees here. Mangonel now coming in as well, and this is a fight that Core can actually take. He has to be careful with his hand cannons though. Definitely is gonna have to be careful with those. But this is looking good. This is looking like a good fight for him to take. And Cat, he jumped the gun. He absolutely jumped the gun. All of his crossbows are gonna go down. And sure, he's got an outpost here, but there's already Culverin out. This outpost doesn't mean shit. Mangonel gets a nice hit in there as well, in the choke point. All the units here from Cat down in an instant. There's still some crossbows remaining. But even these units here at the front line, they're just gonna get healed up again. Mangonel. Oh. Those trebuchets actually, they're snipers. And the horsemen are just gonna be able to clean that up. And core, I think I'm not sure if he lost villagers or that was just some idle time, or maybe 2TC Song is just actually really good. And we actually are seeing granaries come in now. Yeah, this had to be the case after Cat failed with his game plan there. He now is no longer able to keep this game as short as he wanted to, so now he has no other choice but to invest into the farms. Core still has a decent army, gets the outpost up now on the gold now as well, so is gonna have relatively safe gold access there. Still, Cat in theory has more passive gold income right now than Core. Actually, does he? No he doesn't. No he does not. 4 relics is still more, with HRE at least, than 3 sacred sites and 1 relic. Crossbows being used to scout around at the moment. Are actually potentially going to find the villagers here on the gold mine. And Core now starts decapping and potentially capturing the sacred sites of his own. Also wants to burn through over there. Cat behind this. He's kind of stuck in Castle Age at the moment. Doesn't really have a way to get out of it. Doesn't feel like he's really able to mess up the units that he needs to. And now we also see Core sending out a bunch of villagers to get a keep up on the large gold vein there. So map control certainly about to shift into the favor of Core. Don't have any nest of bees here at the moment, just a big clump of spearmen. Doesn't feel that good when your opponent can also make spearmen. They're gonna be lead it up, and hand cannoneers. Cat doing his best to try and chase after these horsemen, but they're just so quick, and without Yuan Dynasty, you're gonna have a rough time when it comes to chasing after them. Not like Yuan Dynasty is something that you really want to get in a situation where you only have 1 relic either. Means that pagodas aren't really gonna benefit you a whole lot. Just distraction there with the horsemen on the units. Meanwhile, the hand cannoneers absolutely destroy the front line here from Cat. All the spearmen go down at the front line. The lead upgrade now also comes in. Crossbows just absolutely demolishing here. Way better than those... the hand cannon is way better than those crossbows there in these fights against the front line. Trebuchet starting to get taken down. Cannoneers, I mean, the trebuchets, they're trying their best. Spearmen getting pulled once again. Military count now in favor of Core, who has the much higher value army at this point in time. Crossbows can at least somewhat okay-ish trade out against the hand cannoneers, as the time to kill is similar in these numbers against a single unit. But it's just more and more coming in. Horsemen coming in as well. Cat, he can't hold this line. He can't hold this wood line. I think, like, idling all these villagers to go down now to wood would mean the death of him either way. Doesn't have access to the sacred sites anymore as well. Gold income has therefore plummeted. Core at almost 3,000 gold per minute. Cat, he had such a good game plan. The trebuchet push. It looked really solid for him. But maybe just didn't have enough spearmen, at least not in the right position there, in order to defend against the horsemen that were there. Villagers now getting pulled, trying to burn down the cauldron. They're gonna be able to pick it off. The mangonel as well. Keep comes in. Cat potentially able to stabilize here, at least for the time being, but he's still deep in Castle Age. No sign of age up anywhere soon. The wild villagers here do get noticed. Farm transition is pretty much complete. Needs to get rid of this stone outcropping here, which he probably wants to do anyways in order to protect his farming economy with a keep. Some stone walls were built, not quite closed off in his base though. Oh man. Or he's gonna need a lot of units now, but he can get them out. He transitioned into Shuganu. Shuganu don't do that well against the elite men-at-arms, which are now coming in here for core. Hand cannons are still on the menu as well. It is a big army, though. Core, he might need to pull back, but where can he pull back to, actually? His production is all at the front. His food income is all at the front. This could be rough. This could actually be rough. Crossbows can still do pretty solid damage here. And he still has some. The bonus damage is enough to deal with the men-at-arms. The Shuganu not so much. The Shuganu don't really do damage here. Cat getting a sneak outpost up over there on the sides. Oh, Mangonel though. This Mangonel, the hero Mangonel, getting the hits in against the backline. And Core, I think he weathered the storm. I think from this point forward, there isn't really a way that Cat can come back from this. After losing the army again, he has to remass crossbows, and while massing crossbows, chances are you're probably not going to be able to go to Imperial Age while massing crossbows. They just cost all the resource that you need in order to get to Imperial Age, and namely golden wood. Golden food. And you need so many of them at the moment as well. That's a big amount of farms that's being added behind all of this as well. Still, the food income doesn't actually look that good for him. It's going to take a while for all of these newly built farms to really take effect there in the income graph. Behind this, Core gets the mass up. How more horsemen now in queue as well. Still hand cannons and double Colrin. I think with double Colrin, it's going to be insanely difficult for Cat to hold this. Keep comes out in the front. Cat, he's trying to age up. From the other hand side, that also means that he's not getting that much army out on the field. He's got a lot of economy units, but is that going to be an... Oh no, you can't. Cat. You actually can't get it. It's you need two segments, or like one large segment. There's like small segments and there's large segments, and you can't actually get the Great Wall Gatehouse up on a small segment. I need a large segment at the very least. Great Wall Gatehouse would destroy this keep, but is that worth it? A lot of the gold has already been mined out, and it's going to take a while for the keep to go down. Could also just build another keep behind it. Outpost is actually able to pick off some of the villages here. And behind this, Core, he's going for it. We talked about it. Cat, he doesn't have that much military out. Colrin's now also coming in. These keeps, they've been nerfed. They don't do as much damage anymore against these armored units. 25 damage per shot. It used to be 50. So the overall damage that comes out is greatly reduced against armored units now. Core just diving onto the farming economy now. Crossbows trying to give chase. Hand cannons at least got taken down by the keeps. But is it going to be enough? Mangonels, with the upgrade as well, 4 burst attacks, do a lot of damage to the keeps here. Bonus range as well. So it's not really feasible for the keeps to deal with the mangonels. Usually keep could be dealing with the mangonels, but that's not happening. Colrin takes down the first keep. And the stream of units just keeps on going behind this. Cat, he held on for a long time. He was favored with the game plan, in my opinion. With the push, with the 3 sacred side that he had under control. Maybe invested a little bit too much into the 5th trebuchet. Maybe just 3 trebuchets. Enough, and the mangonels take down so many crossbows in a single volley. Second keep goes down. No more units out on the field for Cat. He's down to 10. He's trickling troops now. And GG gets called. Core W wins it against China with the HRE on Lipany. Oh man, what a game. We're quickly gonna take a glimpse at the resource gather, because Cat definitely had a great timing potential here. Was ahead in resources, but the fight that was taken around this point in time just was not good enough for him. Not enough spearmen to be able to deal with those horsemen. Gets completely surrounded and loses all of his military there. Fellas, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. It does really help a lot here on YouTube. You can also maybe consider subscribing, you know, just so you get notified whenever we do upload live over here. And I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see additional content like this, additional casted games. I'm trying to like maybe even get some guides out on YouTube, like casted games and guides. I think that's where we're probably going to find our niche potentially out there on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you all in the next one. Have a good one.